everybody, FGC Nerd here. Welcome back to some more Dragon Ball FighterZ. I know it's been a long time. This time we're going to be doing something a little bit different. I'm going to bring back something old. I'm going to talk about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta and Super Baby 2. Today we are discussing why these two are the most fun, unique DLC that ArcSys has put out yet. And I'm going to be having Cell as my final character, and I'll explain why. We are going to be talking about Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta first, since he's the latest to come out. He is a very strong character, of course. He's got multiple ways of keeping himself plus. He's got ways to open you up through unconventional means. And he doesn't have a low that's fast, but that's okay. He doesn't need it. He's got the levels system. He's like Adult Gohan, but except 10 times better now, because you can cancel this at any time. It doesn't cost any meter, you gain meter, and once you get to level 7, you could just mash this and you gain almost half a bar of meter. And then once you get to 3 bars, well, good night, sweet prince. You get an insta-kill. A la Guilty Gear. They really just said, what if we put a Guilty Gear character in Dragon Ball FighterZ? They really just did that. Now, his combos for Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta are pretty good. He's got great normals, he's got good combo structure, he's got really interesting mechanics. Now let's talk about Super Baby, and kind of the general reason for this talk. Super Baby, on the contrast, has some funky feeling normals. Like, for example, his 5M is super long, his 2M is a little slow, 6H exists, then he's got 6S, he's got 214S, he's got 5S, he's got JS, he's got 2S, 1S, and 3S, and that's not in that order. He's also got 5H, he's also got 2H, that's pretty weird. He's got Dive Kick, which is pretty awesome, I'll be honest. That's a real satisfying dive kick. And then he has the assist system. I actually should have killed the character. And he can call assists! And for some reason, he's floating in the air as he does it. And then, of course, he's got some funky normals, as I mentioned. He's got these really funky 5H, which you can kind of re-jump off of. And then his Ki Blasts come back, right? And then his specials are, of course, these. He's got Command Grab. And now what we're discussing today. Season 3 DLC. Both of these characters are incredibly unique. They're very much I want to say the best DLC Dragon Ball FighterZ has put out for a good while. And that's mainly because, I mean, look at this. Look at how crazy. He gets a Dragon Ball after every time he does a DP. He's got a counter. He's got a stinking double air dash. If I can show it off. There, see? He's got double air dash normally. He's got these really awesome, great frame data normals. Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is also a gorilla powerhouse. He can go through beams. He doesn't have a beam himself, which does make up for it. On the other hand, Super Baby has everything except the kitchen sink in Ki Blasts, beams, and just all around neutral. Whereas Gogeta kind of has to risk neutral, but then once he gets in, he's good to go. I mean, these guys are such parallels to each other. It's really funny. And then, of course, they're also really unique and such an interesting change. Like, the closest person is Cell to these characters, and this is why I picked him. Because, I mean, his combo structure is not the same. I mean, he can, yes, do that, but he can do a Saiyan BMB, or the Universal BMB, but it doesn't matter. He's got his own stuff. He's got his own combos. He has such uniqueness from the base cast. And even from the beginning of Season 1, right? He had such a unique way to play the game compared to everyone else, and that's why everyone kind of played him. We just didn't know the game at that point. But now, all these years later, Cell is still, by far, the most unique base character in the roster. But then, when the DLC starts coming out, they kind of varied Like, you got Z Broly, you got Bardock, you got Kefla, you got Master Roshi. Or, Master Roshi is actually a very extreme case here. All these characters like UI, Kefla, Base Goku, Super Saiyan Goku, Base Vegeta, they're all still very similar to the first season, except they do have some outlier stuff that makes them unique and different from each other, right? But then here's Cell, Super Baby, and Gogeta, and they're just off to the races. We kind of got the same thing with Majin Buu and Nappa and Roshi, but they're in such a different sort of category. They're more technical different than they are fun different, if that makes sense. Like, you play Cell because he's super fun. He's got great normals. He's got the air counter hit 2H, basically. He's got the command grab that's full screen that gives him great sparking. He's got the stinking in the corner TOD starter here, and then he just off to the races TODs you. And then there's Super Baby here, which is all these options. He's got all these different ridiculous setups. He's got all these ridiculous conversions with his ki blasts. And then he's got ridiculous loops, combos. And then Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta is just in skedaddle skedoodle. Your neutral is my neutral. And he just does so much damage. That's without level 7, by the way. This, people are gassing it, not even gassing it up. They're underplaying it. Guys, let me tell you right now, this is more than what it seems. It buffs his supers. So it's not just level 7 fodder. You don't have to mash this for level 7. Or, you know, give it up for block strings. You can use it for Oki. Use a super, and then BAM! You got yourself a dead character because his super now does ridiculous damage. He gets stronger as you press this button. You don't have to have, you know, 3 bars and then TOD a character. Look at that! That was almost 40% of UI Goku's health. And now, UI Goku is also, I would say, he is definitely still very strong, but he is simple. He does got the 6H that teleports behind you, that's a parry. Then he's also got the counters, he's got all the defensive options, right? He's got a DP2, that's a down-down input. These 3, though, take it to a whole nother level of how much fun they are. Like, I could just show you a quick, simple combo. And look, I'm already looping people. I'm looping people and I'm gaining meter for it. I mean, it's crazy how much fun these DLC are. And that's not even covering their assists. Hold on, ladies and gentlemen. Let me talk about their assists. Okay, finish sign. Finish sign is good for what you need it to do. And that's give Gogeta levels and give you half a bar meter. That's the trade-off. That's why you don't use it like that. You don't knock them down into it. You just simply do this, and then you get half a bar meter, and then you continue the combo through your EX moves, right? Baby, on the other hand, he's got 2 really good assists. His A is kind of simple. It's super fast. It's his ki blasts, and guess what? They return back. I've showcased on this channel that this move is still very good. It's basically Super Saiyan Vegeta plus Janemba. You do get less of it than Janemba, but I mean, you get the returning ki blast. You still got everything going for it, and you can get side swaps aplenty. It's super good in all around. But now let's talk about their B assists. Their B assists are so radically different. This is actually like the assist you want to use if you want an offensive assist that you don't practically care about the levels too much. And it gives a nice, easy Bardock B style conversion, right? Baby B, on the other hand. Yeah, I'm sure I'm giving you guys PTSD, and I'm sorry for that. This is how good this assist is. It catches jumps, it catches everything. I could just 2H, and then I could medium perfect attack, and then I just get a free conversion off of medium perfect attack mid-screen. And this is they're not terrible on block, but they're not very good. And then their C assists are C assists. I mean, this one's pretty decent. That's DP, which does give you a Dragon Ball, which is very niche and funny, but you're not gonna see that often. And of course, it's just so perfect all around. I'm just trying to talk about how much fun they are and just how different they are from the cast. That's all this video is. I'm just gushing about how awesome they are. When I wanted Super Baby in the cast, I was not expecting to be I called it hard. I called it frame 1. And then I said that he was going to be my new anchor. That's not entirely true. He's still very much someone I want to play, and I'm experimenting on possibly playing, because not for that assist, but just all his neutral options, they're just super fun to me. Gogeta, well, I didn't exactly ask for him. He's definitely very fun in his own right. He's very much get in your face, as you would expect, and of course the level 7 insta-kill is there to entice you, but it's not really required. Like, you could just even have 2 levels and then you could do super, and then that's perfectly fine, because that's pretty much optimal. Would I play Gogeta on a team? Not really. There is synergy there with a lot of different characters, of course, with both of these characters, because they just offer so much. Universally, 6H. 6H is just... 6H just exists, and then you just got free corner carry. I mean, Baby is just that perfect of an example of it, where he's just like, you know what, I'm just gonna take you to the corner. Whatever you do, I'm just gonna help you along, and I'm just gonna get out of there. Gogeta, on the other hand, he's got all the neutral tools. He's got plus on block moves. He's got a command grab that side switches, and then you can convert afterwards. He's a great point character. Baby's a great mid, and he can even be anchor because he's got the GT comeback mechanic. And then UI Goku, and of course the rest of Season 3, they're very good characters. I'm not saying UI Goku isn't bad, or Kefla is bad, or even Master Roshi's bad. They're still very strong, just in more niche ways. Like, you play Master Roshi for his B assist. You play Kefla because you like Kefla. That's honestly the answer I can give you. You just like Kefla. Because nobody plays Kefla really because of how simple she is, and the best stuff that she's got is very tough and very technical, that you're at that point, you just might as well not do it. She's just a female Bardock, except more neutral oriented, if that makes sense. And then UI Goku here, of course, is Mr. UI Goku. He's got the 5L for days. He's got the unique Dragon Rush mechanic in the after a knockdown that he could still do after supers, which is very unfortunate, but now you definitely suffer from lag on some of his moves, which is very nice. I'm glad they added that. That's pretty much this video. I just wanted to talk about how great Season 3 has been so far. If there is a Season 4, which it's starting to seem more likely by the day, I don't know who to want. I really don't. Because, I mean, I'm pretty good. I got all these characters that have such amazing abilities. And I've just got enough on my plate already. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell icon to get notified of more uploads. Let me know who you want for Season 4. Let me know what your thoughts on Super Baby 2 and Gogeta are. I'm not really putting them in tiers. I'm just saying that these guys have certainly been almost like the best DLC by far. For my enjoyment, for sure. I'm FGC Nerd, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!